How's the gig tonight?
Good fun. Small little room, packed out with kids. Good fun. Nice, not sweaty. Just the way we like it, you know.
Good to see people coming down and who haven't heard of you before, like getting into it.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, it's metal's so popular right now, which is awesome. Like, it means that there's so much choice for kids what show they want to go to. So, you know, we feel quite privileged that people choose us. It's a good thing. It's nice to play to a jammed out room, you know.
How would you describe your new album or your debut album?
Someone that hasn't heard us before, I guess, you know, it's horrible to draw comparisons to other bands, but I suppose you sort of have to describe, you know, what you kind of sound like. So I'd say it's like a mix of like Testament, Pantera. So, you know, there's no frills to it. We're going straight for the jugular. We're pleased with it. It took us quite a long time to actually get around to recording it in the end.
So it was filled with quite a lot of personal injuries.
It was it's been a horrible like 18 months really. We had a few lineup changes for the better, and then we continued writing and it was all going well. And then Paul, our guitar player, got hit by a truck. And he was in intensive care for quite a while, and it weren't very nice. Obviously, we didn't really know if he was going to make it or not, and it kind of sucked. And he obviously had a recovery period as well. During that time, we put it to good use. We built a studio for Scott Atkins, who we ended up recording with.
I can't read my name right.
Grindstone Studios.
Grindstone Studios. How was it like building the studio?
Well, it was alright. It took ages. We said, he asked if we'd do it, and we were like, sounds good, but you kind of, things always take longer than you think, don't they? You know, and we wanted to do a proper job, so it's a good studio. It was recorded a few good bands in there. Solo OCC recorded their album in there. Mixed a bit of Cradle of Filth, Gamma Bomb. We recorded in there. It was cool building somewhere where we knew that we'd be doing the record, so it was like we built the whole project, as far as like everything, artwork, everything has been just like us doing it. So it feels like, what's the word, immensely personal, I guess. And as it's been with such a horrible 18 months, it kind of
kept the band going.
It sort of provided me with a lot of material to write about. It wasn't like I had to try and think, what can I write this song about? I had a lot to say.
So you put a lot of what happened into the 18 months recording it into the album itself.
So as a result, it does sound particularly negative, but hopefully upliftingly negative somehow, So we have managed to come through the other side.
So it ends on that good high note that they want it to. Did building the studio help you realise the technical aspects when it came to actually recording the album and producing it?
For on my part, not really, to be honest. I don't really take a great deal of notice of that stuff. But for the other guys, I think so. But I just turn up and sing.
The guy who produced it, whose name I can't read.
Scott Atkins.
Scott Atkins, thank you. He came from Stamping Ground, which is where the band came from. Did he come at you guys with a fresh approach rather than thinking, it's something I think he's only been like doing it full time for like 4 years or something, but he's bloody good. I can't think of anyone else apart from your couple of obvious ones like Andy Sneap, Colin Richardson, or any of those guys. I can't think of anyone else that's as good as he is. And even though he hasn't been doing it for a great deal of time, he seems to really understand. For our point of view anyway, he really understood where we were coming from. And it was cool to work with someone like, there was no inhibitions, if you know what I mean. Like, he's one of my best mates, I lived with him for like 3 years. He'd be like, that was fucking terrible, what are you doing? Do it again. Normally there's always, if you don't know someone that well, there's always a bit of a barrier, people are going to be polite, but he'd just tell me how it was. And the same with me, as there's no politeness. We had some Barneys, but that's all. It's all good. All came to a good purpose, though. You've toured with the likes of Biohazard and Evil and other good bands. Did they
did a lot of like their crowd come into yours, being your sort of fans?
I believe so. Yeah, we ideally, I prefer to try and support bands and get new kids. Ideally, like this tour is awesome for us because the Defolds audience, I don't think is an audience. I may be wrong, but they're not the kind of kids that would just turn up to our show if they hadn't seen us with that kind of band.
Yeah.
I don't think we appeal to young goth kids that they attract. But once they've seen it, they see it's a good time.
Yeah,
they're loving it. That's what we need to do more of.
Yeah. You've toured quite a lot of Europe, building a good following there. What do you get to see much of like Europe when you go around touring, and what's it like?
It depends on how many miles we're involved in the tour. But what we find is the majority of British bands, not all British bands, there are exceptions, but the majority of underground British bands will just concentrate on England. And the world's a big place, man. So although we're not always offered things, it's not like we're offered great festivals to go and play all the time. If we're offered stuff, great. If we're not, we'll make our own opportunities. Right. We did a headlining tour of Eastern Europe before we'd even released a mini CD.
Yeah.
And it was great. With the internet, kids hearing your songs before we'd actually had the CD back.
Yeah.
Kids not knowing the songs and stuff, and we were playing sold out pubs.
Because they got to know you through the internet.
Yeah. So we really want to try and establish a grassroots, fan base as far as we can take it. Well, we can't afford to.
It would be supposedly by now, because of internet and all that, like old school sort of touring to build your way, rather than depending on the internet.
Well, I don't think we depend on the internet. We're not the most internet savvy band, to be honest, but kids seem to be very internet savvy, so if they want to hear it, they'll seek it out. So they know the words when we get to the show, which is makes for a good time for us.
Adds to it. Yeah. What stuff do you have coming up after your 13 date tour?
It's
13.
This tour is 13 days. Directly after this, we're going to start writing again when we get home. We're playing Bloodstock. I think that's in early August. I imagine we'll do a headline tour in September. And between now and then, we'll be just doing little jaunts into like mainland Europe, long weekends and things like that. And any big band that wants to take us out so we can prove ourselves would be an awesome thing. But you can't hold your breath for that. You just have to carry on forging your own path.
Keep on going.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Cheers, man.
Cheers for the beer.
That's right.